Greetings, YouTube. Anyone who's ever looked at any of my gear videos I put up on Sundays will know I'm a knife guy. I have lots of knives. There's three on top of my desk, four on top of my desk right now, and probably another half dozen within arm's reach if I really wanted to go look for them. Not to mention the boxes and cabinets I have in the other room, which are just full of knives. I like knives. I have since I was a kid. I freely admit that I used to carry them as a kid because out of a sense of self-defense, because I was terrified all the time. But now I just do it because I academically love knives. I like the designs and their usefulness. And one of the things that I do on YouTube is I look at a lot of knife videos. There's a number of knife channels I'm subscribed to, and I talk to and both people that sell them and people that just talk about them. And one of the channels, I saw a video pop up this morning. It was reviewing a knife from Tops. Now, Tops is a manufacturer that I'm not a big fan of because I think Tops puts a lot of value on the letters TOPS. In fact, like many manufacturers, in my opinion, they put a lot of value on their name that I don't think is justified. Because I own a lot of knives, and I own both real brand versions of a knife, and I actually own some clones of that same knife. And I'm telling you, the difference between the real knife and the clone knife is not what they're charging you for. They're charging you for the name. And the name is valued by a lot of companies really highly. And Tops is one of those brands. So I'm not a big fan of Tops knives. But the video I saw this morning, I actually didn't look at it because I don't have any interest in Tops knives, was for a new Tops knife that is just being released called the Taliban Hunter. And I thought that was a particularly intriguing name for a knife. Because now if they want to make money, they're going to aim that knife at the general public. They want the general public to buy their knives. The number of members of the general public who are ever going to come in contact with the Taliban is pretty much zero. The people that are going to come in contact with the Taliban are going to be special forces. And I doubt any of them are going to carry a knife called the Taliban Hunter. They're just going to carry their favorite knife, and we'll consider that to be the knife that is the Taliban Hunter because they are hunting the Taliban. So it's going after the armchair warrior, the mall ninja crowd that just really want to have a knife that makes them think that they're part of some kind of elite special forces team, when in actuality, they're sitting in front of their computer talking about knives. Now, I have no illusions. I am not an elite warrior. I've never been one, never going to be one. I don't pretend to be one, not even in my head. No, I'm just a guy that likes knives. And I have no interest in a knife called the Taliban Hunter because I'm not a jingoistic nationalist. But it got me thinking, you know what knife would be very appropriate, excuse me, to America in the year 2019? A knife called the Nazi Hunter. Now, the Nazi Hunter knife would be very appropriate for America because at the moment in America, there are Nazis fucking everywhere. You can't walk down the street without seeing one. And what do I mean by that? That by any person that has voted for the GOP from 26 to the present is a supporter of white nationalism. You are, either directly or indirectly, a fucking Nazi. And we see them every day. No, I am not advocating that we actually hunt people that are members of the GOP. No. I think that the better way of hunting the people from the GOP is not to use the knife. I think the best way to hunt the members of the GOP is to use an even better tool, one that pops up every once in a while and that everybody can use. And that tool? Your fucking vote.